So hello, welcome back to Goomaddy's Coins and Banknotes. And in today's video, we are talking about the currency of Fiji when it was first introduced as the dollar in 1969. So Fiji uses the $1 equals 100 cents. Currently the $1 and $2 are actually coins. But these are the coins first issued in 1969, and they replaced the pre-decimal currency, which was similar to Australia, except the half and 1 penny was a copper nickel coin. The threepence was the same as the UK, and the other coins were actually lower product silver. Actually, at this time they were copper nickel, so they didn't have any silver. And the banknotes are actually quite different than Australia's. So that is just a simple introduction. Now, the first coins were the 1, 2, 5, 10, and 20 cent coin. They didn't issue a 50 cent coin like in Australia or New Zealand when they first issued decimal currency. What they issued is the 5 shilling bank. Well, not 5 shilling, the 50 cent banknote. But that did replace the 5 shilling banknote, which Australia and New Zealand didn't have, but obviously was common in New Zealand, Fiji. Getting my currencies mixed up and countries mixed up as well. So, and these ones all had Elizabeth II on it. So, the 50 cent banknote was first introduced in 1969 and it was replaced by a 50 cent coin in 1975. So, we'll get into the mintage figures later. And as you can see, the 50 cent coin's the same as the Australian one. And I've actually shown this in the 50 cent coin video I've done on the commemorative coins. So basically in 1975, the coins were quite similar to Australia, but I believe that the 1 and 2 cent are just slightly smaller and they weigh a little bit less. They're also a bit thinner as well. But the 5 cent, 10 cent, 20 cent, and 50 cent were the same. Okay, so those were all the denominations that they were using up until 1995 when they introduced the $1 coin. And at the time, the most similar coin to this was the Singapore $1, which has similar specifications. So it's not like the Australian $1 coin, which is quite larger. So as you can see, the actual dimensions. So basically, and it also has the same border as the Singapore coin at the time. Okay, so the 1 cent coin has a Tanoa Canava bowl, and it obviously holds liquids. And it was a wooden bowl for the Sevu Sevu ceremony, and it was they poured kava in it, which is an alcoholic drink from the region, and a lot of Fijians actually like to bring it over from Fiji. So the two dates I have here is 1969 and 2001, and the mintage figures for these coins. 2001 we don't have a mintage figure, so the only two dates we don't have mintage figures for these coins are 2001 and 2006 for the 1 cent, and the 1969 had 11 million. So really it shouldn't be hard to get this in uncirculated grade. So really both of these are probably worth $1 tops. And all of the $1 coins are actually in their millions, so there's no key dates. Except for one commemorative coin, which I'll show you later on. And another thing I should say before we get more into depth is that up until 1990, these coins were either copper and nickel or bronze. But after that, they became copper-plated steel for the brown coloured coins. For the silver coins, they become nickel-plated steel. So even now, Fiji issues coins that are all plated steel, which is a lot cheaper than actually producing coins of the older copper nickel or just the bronze variety. Okay, so the 2-cent coin has a palm fan, and this one's a bronze variety from 1975, has a mintage of 1.5 million. None of these 2-cent coins have a mintage of lower than 500,000, which is 1979. And I'm not talking about proof, they're a bit different. And these ones all have the standard effigy that they used in Australia. So 1992 had a mintage of, so this is a copper plated steel with a 10 million. None of these copper plated steel coins are actually quite scarce. So 2001, last year mintage of this denomination with 2.8 million. So this is the lowest mintage for the copper plated steel. So basically, they should also be common. And really, you're paying about $1 or $2 for each coin. Okay, so the next denomination we have is the 5-cent coin. So this is the same size as the Australian 5-cent coin because it replaced the 6-pence coin, which was originally a silver coin when it was first introduced. And this has a Fijian drum, or the lali. And as you can see, we have on the front of the coin, we have the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. So this is the first denomination which some of the years actually have under 1 million. So for 1969, being the first year of issue, you expect it to actually have a high mintage, and it does, with 9.2 million. 1975, about 1,008,000, but 1973 and 74 of about 600,000. So, and most of the 70s coins either have around about 1 million or under. Then we have 1987, 1.2 million, and this 1992 is the nickel plated steel coin. It has 7.7 million coins, and with the nickel plated steel, only 1994 of 500,000 is the lower mintage. But this one is very interesting in that it seems to have something wrong with the rim, so it's probably something wrong with the actual die itself when it's been engraved or even hubbed. So if anyone knows anything about that, but that's really not going to change the value of the coin. Once again, these are probably worth about $1 each if they're in good condition. So the next coin we have is a 10-cent. And once again, it replaced the shilling, so it's the same size as the Australian 10-cent coin. And this one has an ula tava tava, and that's a throwing club. So it is a type of weapon. So this is the first coin in which a lot of the mintages are actually quite low. So for the 1969, obviously being the first year of issue once again, we'll have a high mintage of 3.5 million. 1975 has a mintage of 752,000. The key date for the 69 to 84 part, so I'm not talking about sets or proof issues. Ones for circulation will be 1977 with 240,000. And then we have this 1990, so first year of the nickel plate steel, has 2 million. 1992, 31 million is the common denomination. The last year mintage of the 5, 10, 20 and 50 cent coin was 2006. And in 2009 they reduced the size of these coins. So really, these ones are not really worth much as the other ones, $1 or $2. And then we have the 20-cent coin, which once again is the same size as the Australian 20-cent coin. But these ones are actually quite nice to design. They have a whale tooth, which is part of their culture, and it's called a tabua. So you can actually find all of this information, if you look it up on the internet, just go to Numistar, look up this coin, and then click on the name of the object, and you can find some information about what they used it for. But I think this was used for rituals. Okay, so on the front of the coin, we have the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. So for the mintage figures, you can find those also on Numistar. So 1975, a mintage 52,000. So quite low. 81, 1.2 million. 1969, 82 million of these coins were minted. Then we have the 1987, and there was, these are always minted in 1986 and 87, and they always have the same mintages. So 360,000 for both of those years. And then we have the 96 and 97. So those are, you can see that the actual metal is a bit different, more shinier. These are nickel plated steel. And this one is a mintage of 1 million. And this one only has a mintage of 153,000. So it seems to be the lowest minted coin of the 20-cent denomination that Fiji issued. That's excluding coin sets and proofs, which I never include those in circulating coin figures. So this one is the key date, and you should be able to get it in high grade. So I'm not too sure on the value, but I would say this will probably be about, probably around about $5. And the rest is probably only about $2 to $3 because Fijian coins are not really that popular. So the 50-cent coin, which when it was issued in 1975, had roughly a purchasing power of about $5 now, or probably about $10 in Fiji. The currency is a little bit lower. It's only worth about 70 Australian cents instead of 1 to 1. And this is a kamakau, so it's a traditional sailing boat. And as you can see, this 1975 is high grade, and the 1987 is low grade. And in 1975, they just replaced the actual 50-cent banknote because now, as inflation eats away the currency, it does require the government to actually issue more banknotes for circulation as they have a less of a lifespan. Okay, the mintage of this one's only 1 million. And it seems to be one of the highest mintages along with the 1982. Most of the 50-cent coins have a low mintage. So the 1986 and 87 each have a mintage of 160,000 coins. So even that, they're only worth probably about $5 each. And the 1990 had a mintage of 800,000. So the key date for the nickel plated steel is the 1992 of 280,000. The key date for any of the copper nickel coins is pretty much a 1986-87 with 160,000. So, and yeah, if you buy coin lots, you can actually pick up a few of these. Okay, so then we get on to the last denomination. Okay, so this one has water bottle, and the name of the water bottle is down below. So this is a 7.95 gram, 23 millimeter coin. It's made of aluminium bronze, so I reckon it's probably the same as Australia, 92% copper, 8% aluminium, and probably 2% zinc. Not zinc, tin. And it was designed by, I don't know who, and it was minted at the Royal Mint. So Fiji is a weird, well, not really weird, but their minting is sporadic. So sometimes, like these coins, they minted these from 1995 to 2000. Then they didn't mint any to 2009 to 10, and then they didn't mint any to 2012 to 14. So sometimes they mint over consecutive years, and sometimes they actually stop minting. Like most denominations currently in Fiji, they haven't minted since 2014, so that's 10 years. Pretty long time. So apart from 1995, okay, which I don't have here, which had a mintage of 5 million, all the other years have a mintage of 1 million. So 1 million for that, 1 million for that. And really, these probably cost between $5 and $10 in almost uncirculated condition. If you're going to get it in circulated, you're probably paying a little bit less for $5, because who wants to buy an uncirculated circulated coin? And these ones are just milled. There's no lettering like the ones in Singapore. So, I should have actually got a Singapore $1 out, but maybe I'll do that next time. But I'm not too sure if too many people actually go from Singapore to Fiji. I don't think many people from Fiji go to Singapore, because this is really classed as a third world country. A lot of the population are very poor. So to sum it up, these are the coins used in Singapore from, I would say, 1969 to 2009, but not all denominations are used for all that period. Like the 1 and 2 cent coin were taken out of circulation roughly about 2006, and from 95 to 2006 all these denominations are used, because the $1 coin was only introduced in 1995, and the 50 cent coin was only started to be used in 1975. So basically, these are the coins that were in circulation from 1969 to 1975. Then from 1975 to 95, they used these coins. Then in 95, they introduced the $1. And in 2006 to 2009, these are the coins they used in circulation. So they got rid of the 1 and 2 cent. And even now, currently, the smallest coin in circulation is the 5 cent coin. But the highest is $2. But we'll talk about that, or I have talked about that in another video. Hope this helps you with your coin and banknote collecting. Thank you very much, and have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time.